Welcome to Hi Felicia. Hi Felicia. Hi Felicia.
Yes. Big day today. Felicia, you could talk. Felicia, talk.
I have nothing to say.
She's grinning. She's covering her mouth.
Because I can't. You know how I feel about that opening. And when
Do you
someone
not
says,
like
"Hi,
it?"
Felicia," I like have to hide.
Your
and walk away.
grandson is even like busting out the theme song. You guys, we have a really fun special guest today. He is a writer, a comedian, a host, an actor. He's executive producer of so many shows, including Teresa Caputo, Raising Spirits. He was executive producer of Long Island Medium, which I worked on, Rattled, which I worked on, but also Real Housewives of Atlanta. Don't Be Tardy.
Oh, you're triggering me. Don't mention this part of my resume,
And
please.
he
I'm gonna
worked
throw
on,
myself.
Mom, do you know he worked on Ricky Lake and Maury Povich?
I did know that.
Okay. So, by the way, his name is Dominick Pupa.
Yay.
Yay. Applause for Dominick.
Oh, thank you guys. I am so happy to be here and return the favor because you guys were so wonderful on my podcast. I'm so happy to be here.
Are your phones on silent, people? Because
Mine's
I just heard
not.
of.
It's my first day in entertainment. When you wake and bake every day is the first day of everything, isn't it?
Tell us about your podcast.
It's great. It's been so much fun. It's been about a year and a half. It's called Fixing Famous People. My pod partner is Chris DeRosa. And every week we give you about a half hour of pop culture nonsense of the week. And then we spend the second half of every broadcast fixing a famous person who is on the verge of being canceled or has been canceled. And we give our solutions with special guests who decide which solution, mine or Chris, is the one that the celebrity should choose. And you and Felicia were on.
We were on.
Who did we fix that week? I
By
can't
the way,
remember.
so Alec Baldwin.
Oh my God, how could I forget?
This episode was so great. Like, Chris came up with his solution and you couldn't counter it.
That was the first time that's ever happened.
It was a really
I didn't
good
even
episode.
offer one because it
was so good.
Yeah, I feel bad. We will bring you back to judge something next time.
Do we spoil it for our listeners? Like, what happened?
No.
So we could say like what Chris's decision was. So
sure.
Yeah. So Chris suggested the only way to fix Alec Baldwin was for him to serve time in jail.
Yeah.
But he's not going to.
No, he won't. He won't. But these trials are going to go on. Like, I know this armorer is supposed to go to jail. I still think he's not going to get away with it without just serving like a Felicity Huffman type sentence just to like get it out of the way so people
Slap
can
his
see
wrist.
him.
Wasn't he recently in the news for something?
He punched that woman came up to him and his
Yes.
coffee. Does he own a coffee shop in the Hamptons? I don't know if I read it. I thought it was his coffee shop.
It was in the Hamptons. It can't be
She's
his.
a famous TikToker, and I can't remember her name, but she
was really
she was
egging
like,
him
"Say
on.
free Palestine, say free Palestine,"
Oh,
and he was
God.
ignoring her.
Oh, God.
And then she was like, "Why did you kill that woman? Why did you kill her?" And finally,
I would
he
punch
punched
her
her
too.
phone.
I would have punched her too.
He punched her phone.
I would have punched her.
And from what we know about Alec Baldwin, this video went on for a long time with him keeping his cool. Like it was sort of a record.
Well, that's not easy when people are in your face saying that shit.
No, and this is without even making a statement about the war. Don't come up to me in a coffee shop asking me to
Right.
free anybody.
Right.
Because when I'm in a coffee shop, you're all in jail. I don't care who you are.
And you're only
I'm
freeing me.
I'm just trying to get the hell out of here. Yeah,
I
that's
did
it.
feel bad for him.
Yeah.
Do we want to go back? But basically, like me and Dom met. Did we only meet on Long Island Medium? Was that the
Yeah.
first time I met you?
We met at the 40th birthday party of a dear friend, James Stein. Oh. Just a few months before I serendipitously was asked to take over Long Island Medium because I met you and Jordan Brodsky there. And you guys were like, come work at McGilla. Come work on Long Island Medium. Like maybe you already knew JP was leaving or something. I have no idea.
I don't remember.
And then I minutes later ended up getting a job at McGilla working on a pilot. And then no, it wasn't a pilot. It was King of Thrones, the show about toilets.
That's funny.
I don't remember that. That wasn't a pilot. That was like a show that was on.
Did it make it?
One season.
Really?
I took over post after it was already on the air.
Well, I loved working with Dominick Pupa. You always made me smile, made me laugh. Great leader. Just
And
great
you're
person to work
You're just
for.
a great person to be at work because you'll do anything on a set that is asked. And if it seems unreasonable, you'll figure out a reasonable way to do it.
Yeah.
I'm speaking specifically about like running up to strangers, getting them to sign releases, jumping between trolley cars in San Francisco, moving trolley cars, all these things.
I'll get coffee too if I have to. I mean, whatever I got to do.
You will do anything that's asked of you that is illegal, you will do without injury. You're the person we can trust to do it. It's all the, you're not a schmuck who will be like, could you please jump between trolley cars and then die and then get me in trouble? You won't ever get me in trouble, Marni.
I guess that's a compliment. Thank you.
100%.
Thank you. And I want to also bring this up. Dom, you had a moment, I believe it was last week. You might have had like an internet fame moment. Can you tell us your story?
Oh, I know that story.
Wait, Felicia, give me a minute. Let's bring it to Law and Order.
I even texted him on that.
Felicia texted Dom. What did you say?
I said, why don't you run downstairs?
So Dominick is the biggest Law and Order fan. I think I may know. Can you just give me some backstory about your fandom for Mariska for Law and Order?
I loved the original Law and Order, and then when SVU started, I remember being bitter about it. Like, this is going to dilute the original franchise, and instead, like right off the bat, it was better, and we all knew it. It wasn't better; it was just different. It was obviously more character driven. Like, you fell in love with the cast more than you did on the regular Law and Order. And here we are 25 years later.
Still
we survived all of it. One of the two main people left 12 or 13 years ago, and the show only flourished. It only flourished. Of course, he came crawling back because he knew it was the best gig in television. And now, Christopher Maloney has his own Law and Order show, which is still very good, but it's not SVU.
Do you think he's as sexy as I think he is?
Oh, for sure. And getting sexier.
I love him.
He will, in 8 years' time, be the sexiest 70-year-old on the planet.
Do you remember when he did that commercial?
Really?
Didn't he do like a Peloton? Didn't he do something? He did something where he was like working out, or where like his body was shown, and it was like,
yeah, and he was in People magazine doing splits, and he had just turned 60 and started this new show, and he is like in the best shape of his life.
What's his personal life story? Is he married with kids?
Married and kids, yeah.
Okay.
I think his wife, I think she might be an actress, but they're very like low key.
Yeah, very low
love
key.
that.
They don't put themselves out there.
Oh, you know
I know that.
Felicia?
Yes.
How do you know that?
Because I read the same thing Dom reads.
That's right. People and us, the Old and New Testaments.
Tell us what happened last week when they were filming. Literally downstairs.
The further backstory is that on our podcast, Christopher and I have accused Jennifer Lopez, yes, that Jennifer Lopez, of stalking us because we have been critical of her recent work. And we hang out at a bar called The Duplex in the West Village. And one Friday we were there, and we always say to our listeners, we call them our listeners, that when we will be there. And we were there, and we left when happy hour was over. And minutes later, Jennifer Lopez showed up at the Duplex, and it was documented, and people put it on Instagram. Now, look, obviously, we sort of know she wasn't there to see us because she was there with her friends, but we've been running with this as though she was actually stalking us. And when addressing it on the podcast, I said, I have called my attorney, I have called Mariska Hargitay, Olivia Benson, like, we need protection. And like 72 hours later, I wake up, I look outside, and there are people shooting on the street outside my apartment building in the Bronx. Not shooting with guns. A lot of police officers. And so I took out my binoculars and I looked at the pink piece of paper that was taped to the telephone pole, and it said, we're shooting SVU here, and I almost shit my pants.
Can we pause a minute? You have binoculars?
Oh, God, yeah.
For moments like this, or for moments to like peep at people?
Well, I never had one in the city. I'd recently moved back to the city from being upstate, and I had them upstate for a variety of nature and people peeping reasons. But now I'm just looking. I'm looking at the neighbors.
If I see a sign on a telephone pole when I'm in Manhattan, Casey knows, I stop, I turn around, I go, give me a minute, I need to see what this says. But I will tell you this, sometimes they lie. Like sometimes it'll be like,
I believe that.
Parking for this show,
right.
And it's like a hidden, show, like a mayonnaise commercial. We know it's not a mayonnaise commercial. So you saw it with your binoculars, which is awesome.
And so, I'm on the 5th floor, and I said I had a clear view because it was right outside, and I saw two, we'll call them lesser known characters on the show. They're like the junior detectives. But then I saw
They're
Ice-T.
also new.
They are new. They're like
new.
1 or 2 years old.
Yeah.
Then Ice-T was there, and he's unmistakable. And I just was in a panic. I'm like, is she going to show up here? And then an Escalade pulled up, and she got out of it. And I'm live. There's a reel on my Instagram page where she gets out of the car. I missed the actual door opening, but you can hear me shaking. Like, you can hear my voice vibrating when she gets out of the car.
Can't believe you didn't run downstairs.
But here's the thing.
I know.
As a television producer,
Right.
we are all very friendly when people show up on a set. And they're like, what are you shooting? And we're like, oh, bibbidi bee bee bee. And we're like, great to see you. Thanks for the support. But in our heads, we're like, I'm at work.
away.
Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
Like,
I know.
And at now, Marni and I work on reality shows where the security is like whoever the tallest person is on set. That's who's scaring people away.
But I have a feeling they have real security.
Obviously,
But
Mom.
they
obviously.
like when they close the street, like there are actual police officers stationed at each end of it. And so I was like, I'm not even going to try to get down there and like say, hey, I'm a TV producer too. Like, did I think about it? Sure. But I thought of all the hoops I'd have to go through. And I was like,
Nah.
fuck it.
Yeah.
I was also a little bit hungover that day, and I just didn't know if I had the energy to fight with.
So instead, though, you posted.
I posted, and then 24 hours later, Mariska Hargitay liked the reel of my stalking her from my bedroom, and all hell broke loose
I mean,
on my podcast.
there's
Like,
nothing
all hell
better
broke loose.
than that.
Then I recorded a reaction video to her liking it, which, I mean, I'll use viral in quotes, but I am now like on the radar of every SVU fan site on the planet. SVU Brazil likes whatever I post no matter what.
Well, that's
No,
good
really
that you're
funny.
going
Insane.
international.
I think that's great.
Absolutely.
I guess I'll perform in Rio then. Will be my
Right.
next thing. Like Madonna. I'll do my holiday show there.
Dom also does a one-man show that is awesome.
Amazing.
Awesome. And side note, Casey, his next show is the night Lennon goes to sleep away and Mommy Daddy Night Out for Shizzle.
I think it moved.
Oh, fuck.
It's sad. It's that Saturday. It's
After,
not Thursday.
not
Yeah.
before?
No,
After.
Saturday the 29th.
Great.
Yeah.
We're there.
They were like, hey, would you mind doing it on Pride Saturday? I was like, yeah, I'm going to use that as like, I'm going to say I'm honored to have the slot, even
Great.
though I know you're just moving me.
Love it. We'll be there. Felicia, you could come too.
Thank you.
Of course. Because we don't
there's
need
no
a
one to
babysitter.
babysit. Bowie can be here on his own.
You guys, you know what time it is? News of the week. Now, there's always a lot of news, but I, pick some gems to get Dom's,
Juices
opinions
flowing?
on.
Sure.
So Warner Brothers Discovery acquired U.S. rights to Spacey Unmasked, a docuseries exploring sexual abuse and allegations against Kevin Spacey. Have you ever been harassed by Kevin Spacey? Because
Personally, no.
I think I had a friend who said he was.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Was it Jordan? Is
No,
he the friend?
another guy. I'm into
I
this.
bet I know. Do I know the gay?
Yeah, of course.
Of course I do. He made it up. Go on. Garrett made it up. Go on.
Maybe. God. What do you think, Felicia? You never did House of Cards. I loved House of Cards.
No.
The
That was
first
before I got it.
scripted show on Netflix.
On Netflix. I know, but I don't know if I don't think I had Netflix then.
What? No, you didn't. Because if I had it, it was so good.
I know.
Did you
Everybody said
finish
that.
the House of
I
Cards
sure
through the
did.
end
I
when
sure
Robin
did.
was president?
I sure did.
What do you think about? Do you think he's going to make? Is he making a comeback?
No, it's not. If he does, it's going to be very limited. Like, do I think he was a great actor? Sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely was. But it looked like he was going to be okay a year ago, when charges were dropped. So this is a whole
Charges were dropped?
He either won a court case. Something happened in England where everything was going to be fine. Like, it seemed like he was in a valley with all these accusations, but this documentary has reopened everything. Like, he's going to be as done now as Woody Allen was during that 4-part HBO Max thing, where everything seemed like it was going to be okay with him. And then it wasn't. He didn't go to jail, but since that documentary, people are much more grossed out about him and the circumstances than they were before. So I think that this is going to do that to Kevin. I think,
And now, because of another documentary, Quiet on Set, I think Dan Schneider's now suing.
And he's now suing
for defamation.
Nickelodeon. Right.
Yeah. Insane.
I mean, what's that trial going to be like? Everyone from your childhood is going to be
gonna come
called
up
to the
there.
stand.
Right.
That's going to be it's like the Poseidon Adventure for your generation. Every star in the world's going to be there.
But a lot of the Schneider shows were actually the kids younger than me.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Because my pod partner is in his early 30s.
No, I'm
and
like,
they are
he
all.
is?
He is.
He's a baby.
19 years. Yes, he's 19 years younger than me.
Yeah, no, I'm 42, 43.
I forgot because you appear so young.
Thank you so much.
And by the way, she acts that way too. I always go, "You're not 16 anymore."
I mean, I'm not wearing crop tops yet.
You could, but
Mom, this announcement is for you. I don't know if you know this. Felicia loves this show. It's done. It's done. They're going to wrap this.
Which one?
This coming season 14. They're wrapping this fall Blue Bloods. Am I breaking news?
Yeah,
Am I
the
breaking
guys
news?
they're going to die soon.
No, Tom Selleck?
Not Tom, but the other, the one
Donnie
who plays
Wahlberg?
No, the one who plays his father.
So can't you just kill him and keep the show going?
Nah.
Wait, is there someone older than Tom Selleck on that show?
Yes, the one who plays his father.
Tom Selleck's father is on this show?
Yes!
Tom Selleck is like 80 years old.
I know. So the one who plays it, and I can't remember his name.
Oh boy.
I mean, he was a Broadway. He played a lot on Broadway.
Oh my God.
There's somebody on Blue Bloods that went to Camp Akiba.
Yes, yes, the one who. Yes, you're right.
He's very active on
That's
Camp
right.
Akiba.
and he's gay.
Mom.
Well, no,
Which one?
I don't know.
Actually, I don't think he's gay.
No, I
don't think he's gay.
Wait, you went to camp with him?
Yeah,
Well,
but he's much older than
he's
me.
older,
so he's
so-
on like the alumni page, and he always talks about like going to Camp Akiba things. I don't think he's gay.
I don't know why I thought that.
Maybe he is. Who cares?
Who cares? Right.
Did
So
he hit on Garrett also? Is that why you think that? Sorry.
So-
I don't- by the way, I've met Garrett one time. He's going to be like, "Why does your friend Dominic hate me?" And I don't. I'm only intimidated by him because he's gorgeous. That's really
he
it.
is a good-looking man.
Oh yeah, beyond. Yeah.
But you're looking real good these days.
Thank you.
Like
Thank
really
you.
fine.
Well, I watch Garrett's videos.
Are you going to be?
Why am I going after
Are
Garrett?
you going to be a silver fox?
Yes. I mean, I've stopped dyeing my hair, so we'll just see how white it gets.
Yeah, it really looks nice.
We'll see how
I'm
white
a
it
fan.
gets. It's pretty salty. I'll be
Yeah,
honest.
salt and pepper.
Yeah.
you guys, the Tony nominations came out this week.
Yes.
Do you know Felicia?
No.
Really? Well, I'm excited about this because I'm taking Felicia to see Illinois at
Right.
the end of the month, and that got nominated for best.
Did it?
Yes, and I am so happy.
And we got the tickets like for $100 and something.
Very
great.
inexpensive.
Yes, very
I saw it
inexpensive
in
for
I saw it when I was at the
Off-Broadway.
Park Avenue
That's
Armory, and I
considered
told
off-Broadway.
everybody.
Oh, you've already seen it.
Yes.
Oh, and you loved it then.
It was like brought me. I actually saw it with some production friends, and it almost moved. It moved them to tears. I can't cry. Too much anti-anxiety medication. But I would be crying. It's beautiful. It's if you like dancing, it's all told in dance.
I
It's
wasn't
just so
excited
good.
by very, very few things. Here's what I want to see on Broadway that's left. Mother Play, only because Jessica Lange is in it, and she's nominated. It's nominated for Best Play.
Good.
Appropriate, because I love Sarah Paulson. And I want to see Enemy of the State, because I love Jeremy Strong. And there's one other thing I wanted to see.
They're all old.
Oh, Stereophonic.
I heard. I had
They're all old.
Meaning
What do you mean
old
they're
what?
all old?
Jeremy Strong is
Jeremy
probably
Strong
like 45.
is not old.
Oh, you're right. I'm thinking of somebody else.
Jessica Lange is old. I mean, she's in her 70s.
I had a friend who saw Stereophonic, and quote unquote Casey said you and Casey would love this show so much. She's like, it's kind of like Daisy Jones, which I kind of loved, about like a band making a
Right.
record, and it's
Right.
the music of Will Butler, right, from Arcade Fire.
I actually don't know
Yeah.
who it's the music of. I just know that it's long, but apparently goes by so quickly that when you leave, you're like, how was that 3 hours? Because it's supposed
that's
to
a
be
good
like
thing.
great. Yeah.
That's
Do you
good
want to
thing.
see Hell's Kitchen?
I don't
Alicia
know
Keys.
why I don't. I don't know why I don't.
Do you want to see The Outsiders? Is that going to be like cheesy?
Oh.
What's Suffs?
It's about suffragettes.
Oh, Casey, Here Lies Love was nominated. Did you see that?
Was it nominated for Best Musical?
It was nominated for original score, and that was the David Byrne show that we saw where we're standing and like this.
I wanted to see
It was
that.
good.
Yeah.
It was
Conrad Ricamora
interesting.
was in it, right? And the
Yes,
guy- yeah.
I saw him in Little Shop of Horrors.
Have you seen Oh Mary?
No,
Marni,
what's
Felicia,
O'Mary?
Casey. It is this off-Broadway play with Cole Escola. He wrote it and is going to Broadway this summer for 12 weeks only. Cole Escola plays Mary Todd Lincoln and Conrad Ricamora plays Abe Lincoln. And it's about it's about Mary Todd Lincoln basically being insane and having a lifelong dream of wanting to be a cabaret star. But Abe Lincoln holds her back. I cannot tell you this is the funniest thing I've
Where
ever...
did you see it?
At the Lucille Lortel Theater. It's closing there just, I think, in a few days before it goes to Broadway. It is the funniest play I have seen.
Play,
in
not music.
years. Play.
Okay.
There are songs in it because she's a cabaret artist, but it's not a musical at all.
All right. This is good to know.
I promise you, it is the only. Maybe once every 5 years, I will say to people, I promise you,
You'll love it.
You will laugh your ass off at this.
This is important. I'll take Casey. And the Who's Tommy, which we saw with Lennon, may have not been appropriate for him, but
But he'll remember it
He will.
forever, though, which is
He
good.
will.
I mean, that's a good score for a kid to listen to.
love that show. And that was nominated for Revival.
Which I didn't see. I saw the original, which I loved.
Also, some big stuff that dropped this week. Did you see the photo of Rosie O'Donnell?
No.
Yes.
Rosie's going to be on, and just like that,
Oh.
Mom, you watch the Sex and the City.
Yes.
And
Wait a
just
minute.
like that, Rosie
So-
is going to be in it as a woman named Mary. That's
Okay.
all we know,
I wonder
right?
if she's going to be on the whole.
I hope.
Probably the
segment.
end of the year. I
She
bet it'll be
posted an
on.
image, and her hair looks great.
She looks great.
Good for her.
She
we were
looks great.
like-
Her hair is like shoulder length now.
great.
Yes, it looks
She's
really
looked great.
great.
I mean, she was all great.
It might be a wig. I don't know if her hair could have grown that. Do you think so?
I don't know. It depends. I mean, I don't know.
Oh
the
no,
time
she looks
frame.
really good. I'm dying to know who she's playing.
I am unable now to tell when someone is
Wearing a wig, because wigs are
I can't
so
tell
wigs are
anymore.
so
good.
good.
I mean,
They're
I
so
also can't
good.
tell.
I know. So Felicia, you're still going to watch it just like that.
Well, where's it going to be on?
What do you? Oh, Felicia,
I know.
Max.
Max.
Marni set me up with every streaming station on the planet.
How many
Okay.
times did we go through this?
I'm telling Dom. I don't know if he's listened. I just want to tell him because I'm incapable of doing any of that.
Okay.
So I have to wait for her to come over or Casey.
And log you in and all that shit.
do everything.
Okay.
Whatever.
You're logged into Max.
I
You
am
have
into
access
Max.
to watch, and just like that, let's
sorry.
go to Circumcised Gems. What did we watch this week? I think we all watched. Felicia's getting in her notes. 2 episodes on Hulu. Elizabeth Moss. Can we discuss The Veil?
It is
Here we go.
home-esque.
Homeland.
Homeland.
And yes,
Interesting.
In my mind, I found it.
100%.
Thank
My
you.
friend Dan
love when
Brown said Killing Eve vibes.
100%.
It's more
those
Killing
two
Eve.
combination. Those two
Oh, I
together.
think- yeah.
You didn't watch Killing Eve.
I have watched it, but you know me. By
Loved.
the 3rd or 4th season,
Wait,
I'm like,
did
done.
you like The Veil? I can't decide.
I can't
I
decide
can't
either.
decide.
I can't decide.
I don't know what it is. I don't think The Veil knows what it is either. But like as I'm looking at it, the second episode was 36 minutes. I'm like, this makes sense because it's a little bit like a comedy in some parts. Because
Episode 1, I was like, okay, I could do this. Episode 2, I was like, ugh, are they gonna make out? Are they gonna
I don't
what
know.
the fuck
Are they going to
is
fall
this?
in love?
We don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Are they
Right.
gonna make out?
Yeah,
We don't know.
I felt the same way as you did.
I will say, like Elizabeth Moss, I didn't see June. I wasn't. You watch Handmaids.
yes,
I didn't feel like, oh, she's reminding me of June.
No
Oh,
one
no.
bit.
What's the
no,
like
she's
apples
a
and
great
oranges.
actress. Yeah,
She is.
She is a great actress, and I like seeing Josh Charles.
Yes, well, I was shocked.
From Don't Tell Mother
I was
the
so
Babysitter's
happy.
Dead.
I hate his character. Hate
Oh,
his character.
well, that's.
I just
okay.
hate even the way it's written, where he's just like, "I'm the smarmy American dude." I'm
White-
like,
they're really like the
come
white
on.
American
They
now.
really
That's-
are.
but, you know, that's
and the
the
only
writers.
thing I couldn't move on from. Like, I found it entertaining. I don't think it's groundbreaking. I think it was very entertaining, but like, I'm lucky enough to have never been to a refugee camp before, but this particular one had an eyebrow sculptress on it because this ISIS lady that Elizabeth Moss plucks out of that, I'm like, her face is done. Like,
Yeah.
it's beat. Her eyebrows are absolutely perfect, and I was just obsessing about
That
it the
is
whole
really
time.
funny.
I'm like, no one.
She's attractive.
No one
She's
imprisoned this
very,
woman.
She's
Yeah.
very attractive. Now, are you going to continue watching The Veil?
I don't know. I might. I have to see where it's going.
So that means you
kind
have
of.
to continue
Yeah.
watching The Veil.
I'm
And then by
going
the
to.
third,
Dom's going to continue.
and by the third episode, I probably will make my mind
You'll
up.
call it.
Yes.
You'll call it.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, give it
Do
another
you know
try.
how I feel about? I mean, sometimes I get like, what was the one that Royale? What was the one that?
Well, we hated Palm
hated
Royale.
it.
Did you like it?
I haven't watched it
Oh,
yet.
don't bother.
It was an SNL
No.
sketch. It's an SNL sketch.
In 8
Very
episodes.
Very camp.
Felt very,
very
it was very campy,
Really?
but like, all right, so we'll give The Veil another shot.
Yes.
When is Handmaid's Tale coming back? But
God
funny,
knows.
she's promoting The Veil right now. She looks pregnant in some of these promotional videos.
Is she?
I think. You know Elizabeth Moss is a Scientologist.
Yes, I do
Okay.
know that.
I'm just-
And she was like married to Fred Armisen for a moment,
Right.
right?
Was she?
Yeah, yeah. Married or like engaged or something. They were together for a minute.
so I wonder who she's having the
Wow.
baby
yeah,
with.
yeah. Not him.
He's not a
It's
Scientologist, is he?
No.
No.
He supposedly, I mean, I hope your listeners will be interested in this, but supposedly has like a mammoth penis, Fred Armisen.
Really?
That's like something he's known for.
We should have a sound effect for mammoth penises, and maybe it's a Drake drop.
Do you want me to just bang mine on the table and you can record it?
Oh my God. Dom, I don't know if you watch this. Do you watch Sugar?
No, but I want to so bad.
Oh my God. It's
So, something
good.
Oh, I
will
love
say,
that.
wait, stand by. I don't want to ruin it for you, but something really big. There was a big twist this week.
That's what made me want to start
There was
watching
a
it.
big twist this
Yes.
week at the end.
I'm going to probably binge it tomorrow now.
It's
You
fucking
should.
good.
You should.
It's
really
only
good.
6 episodes so far, right?
2 more left.
Okay.
I
'Cause
think
they
it was
said
episode
this-
5. There's only
It
2
goes
left.
and it goes really quick.
And where is it? Is it
See, Apple.
Oh, okay.
It's
All right.
Apple. This show got us right away. I was like,
Right.
This that's
From
what
day
the Vel's
one.
not doing for me.
Yeah.
Obviously, if we're talking, I like that we were talking about big penises and you went right to Colin Farrell.
I did.
obviously.
It just right in the mind.
I love
He's so
him.
hot
Yeah,
in
I do
this.
too.
He's so hot in
He's
this.
beautiful.
So Felicia, what do you think is going on?
I'm clueless. I mean, they're working. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what organization he's with. That
Can I ruin
is
it for you? It's
secret.
not like
Don't.
ruining it
I'll
for
cl-
you.
I'll hold my ears. I know nothing about the show, and I think I need to
Can
sit
you just
down and
like
watch it.
hold your ears right now? Take your headphones off.
That's hard.
Hold them. Mom, do you think he's an alien?
Oh, that last scene.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kept thinking, am I hallucinating?
Is
he
Dom mumming right
hallucinating?
now? I think Dom is humming.
You think
He's humming to
they
himself.
would kind of bring that? Where they got that out of left field, or is he
The
hallucinating?
internet's going nuts.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that was really.
And then they bring up all these things like he could calm the dogs down. He can't get drunk. He blocks bullets.
and
with
he
his
takes
hand.
medication. He takes the
Right,
shot.
the shot. Like I
Yeah.
think he's an
Wow.
alien. And scene.
Am I good?
You're good. Thank
Wow.
you for taking one for the team.
I hummed an original.
Felicia's.
tune, and
I'm
I couldn't
shocked.
hear you
I'm
again.
shocked. Felicia's in shock. Don't
All
say
right.
anything to
All right.
reveal.
All right.
Say
All right.
nothing
You
more.
must
So that
watch
was a
it.
really big spoiler for
Yes.
anyone who hasn't seen it. Felicia, your other homework, but I feel like you failed at this homework, but I know Dom did his homework.
I did all my homework.
Hacks.
Yeah, I failed on that one. Sorry.
It is such a good
No, it's
fucking
not because
show.
I don't want to watch it. I'm home all day watching TV.
Korean shit.
have
You're
to.
home all day watching Korean shit.
my
What
happy
is
place.
going on with this Korean shit?
Stand by.
I heard you
know
were
what?
like,
Let's. I think it's time.
No.
Felicia, is it time for the Korean minute?
No.
You're giving us that.
No.
Yes.
No,
Dominic
no.
doesn't listen every week. He wants to hear your Korean minute. Stand by. Stand by.
by the
Felicia?
way, if the Korean minute isn't delivered in Korean, I'm going to leave this podcast
You're going to
right
be leaving
now.
because
Yeah.
I've been watching it. for
Stand by.
years.
And 1 minute, go.
I can't say much about it because the shows they're on now, I'm not happy with. I finished up something called Queen of Tears, which
We're cutting into her minute, but she's laughing.
which is on Netflix. But I also have a special app which I pay for.
Oh my God.
Which is called Viki, VIKI.
Right.
And everything Asian is on there, but I only watch the Korean because the guys are really good looking. They're actually very pretty. I like good looking people.
Well,
I'm sorry.
I know.
I said I'm shallow last
No,
week.
it's
I'm
fine.
shallow. And my two friends, I don't want to say older, we're all the same age. The 3 Jews from Long Island are heavily into Korean shows.
That is.
And it's insane.
By the way, Mom, did you watch? So you finished that show this week. Was there any other show this week that you watched? For you to tell me you don't have time to watch Hacks because you're watching the other Hacks.
I'm watching some of my favorite older shows.
Repeating shit
I
is
know,
so
but,
weird
I know,
to me.
but they make me happy.
Fine.
I don't ever repeat television shows. Well,
I
for that.
never
that's not true.
repeat television
I repeat
shows.
like 80s soap operas that I watch on Instagram,
Really?
like Dynasty and Dallas clips. I'll
God.
watch them
Okay.
almost every day.
You're repeating shows
that I
Korean
love.
that you
Not
love.
the whole show. Maybe I know the good part.
Do you have like favorite episodes? Are you fast forwarding through it like a love scene?
Yes.
Stop. You're like skimming for like the love scenes
It's
you
stuff
like.
that I've seen already, so
I don't
I
know
know
what to
that.
say.
This is
Normally it's
fantastic.
normally
is
it's 16 to
fantastic.
20 episodes.
We gotta find her a Korean man. Is that where this is
That
going?
would be fantastic. I mean, that would
There's
be.
so much we could do here.
Yeah.
What do we do, Felicia?
No, let's.
Do you
move
think
on.
like you know how there's like a J date? Is there like a K date?
And you just prefer Korean.
Yes.
So
because
let's
that's
do a
what I
K-date.
started with.
K-date.
Let's do. We need to
K-pop,
shoot.
there's-
You do like a speed dating, a K speed dating, which they don't understand how speedy this would be because you would sit down and be like, "I'm sorry, you are not good looking," and then just move on to someone else.
everybody's old.
I only like good looking people.
The bottom line is that I'm old. Who's going to look at me?
So she needs
Felicia.
she needs a
I
gay
accept
she
that.
needs a gay Korean
Right.
to like be her boy toy.
That would be lovely.
great.
Take him to Plainview. That's our Plainview
Oh
sound
my
effect.
god!
Do you believe I'm in Plainview?
I don't.
Oh Jesus Christ!
I love it though. I mean, I love that you're not far from here. Like that's the best part. Leaving
love-
Oceanside though, that's a big deal.
It is a big deal.
Even I was out with Marni the other night. She ran into someone that she went to high school with. Oceanside's a real center of the universe.
Who knew?
Right?
Who knew?
Can we bring it back to Hacks?
Yeah, let's
Okay.
go back to Hacks.
Mom, you didn't do season
I
2. You
forgot.
did season 1.
Yes.
And you think you could skip season 2, but I'm going to tell you right now, watch season 2 because it is such an enjoyable show.
It is.
Now, I'm going to tell you this. I was nervous because I thought season 1 and season 2 both delivered. And I'm like, can they still deliver? And goddamn, they did.
I think so too.
They really
Did they
do.
release all the episodes?
2 episodes.
Oh, okay.
Just two.
Okay.
It's not perfect. You know what I mean? Like there's still like when Deborah is mean to the girl,
Hannah.
it's not
That's her
explained
actress, her real
enough.
name.
Yeah, what the
Right.
fuck is her name? Why can't I
Her
think
real
of
name
it?
is Hannah.
Hannah Einbinder, and I can't think
Yeah.
of what her name is on the show. I'm blanking.
It'll come to everybody when Casey looks it up.
Well, there's no reason why she wasn't more excited to see her in the episode when she finally saw her. Like I'm often wondering why Deborah is so mean to her.
She's so mean to her.
But then when she's not, when she softens up, that's you can't get enough of that relationship. What's her name?
Her mom is Lorraine Newman.
I can't.
Oh, really?
No.
Wow.
Are you shitting me?
Wow.
She was SNL, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I knew that. Look at Tom's face.
I am
Tom.
Flabbergasted.
Wow.
That's
She's
not
great.
better known.
Good for
Yeah,
her. Good for her.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Right.
I want to say why I like this season is because we're at the point where Jean Smart's character is very like at her top.
Oh.
And she's surrounded by yes people. And I just thought it like really was
great.
a take on Hollywood.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's not a spoiler. Like
No.
this season storyline is she's trying to get a late night show, and in one of the many ways that it parallels Joan Rivers is that she was like she almost had a late night show and then didn't, and Joan famously did have one which then failed because
I didn't even realize
because
this.
the powers that be.
right because they turned
she's
against
like
her.
a
Right.
Joan Rivers.
Oh, 100%. I mean, I've always viewed it as like
I was gonna
a
say,
light
like, who
version
do we
of
think
her.
she's? Oh,
Yeah, I don't know that there is anyone else to compare her to.
You're
Really,
right? Like female
yeah.
comedy.
There weren't any then. I mean,
No.
really.
Carol
other than
Burnett.
Her name's Ava.
Ava.
Thank you,
Phyllis
Casey.
Diller.
The what?
Phyllis Stiller.
Could have been, yeah.
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 So maybe you could watch Hacks.
I'm not
It's great.
saying I enjoyed it.
You're just saying you put Korean
I
so they
don't-
like repeating Korean shows ahead
Marni,
of this.
I don't remember
She's
a
dropping
lot.
my name, Marni.
Oh. She abuses me on this show.
So Felicia,
I
you
will
hear
watch it.
Okay,
I promise.
So you watched Unfrosted.
Yes.
Dom watched Unfrosted.
I did.
Ask me if I watched
did.
Unfrosted.
Did you-
Ask me.
I know.
Did you
ask
watch
me. I know.
Unfrosted?
Let's not throw Casey under the bus.
What do you mean?
I know.
Did he tell you? What'd he tell you?
no.
What'd he tell you? Did he tell you that he wouldn't let me watch it by myself for the
Right.
pod?
Right. It's a quick watch. It is a quick
He said,
is a
"Can
quick
you
watch.
can
Quick
you
watch.
wait for me?" I
Casey
said,
said, I think Casey is calling bullshit right now, by
he
the way.
said, Casey, let's hear it. What do you have to say for yourself?
I got nothing to say other than I wanted to watch a film that I was looking forward to with my
Wife.
my wife. And
My wife.
And she said no. And did you watch it without him?
And I for
Oh,
the
did
first
you?
No, for the first time I was like, fine.
first
I'll-
time ever, she respected our vows. Waited for me.
You shall not. You shall not watch any show.
no,
unless
instead I
it's
put
with
on
me.
the tattoos of Auschwitz, which we could talk about after.
oh my God. By the way, my homework stopped with that. I forgot to tell you I did not watch the tattoo.
I
of
did.
Auschwitz.
Oh wait!
But let's finish.
Unfrosted.
Let's do Unfrosted.
Is it worth it for me now to take time with my husband?
Oh wait.
On the count,
Here's the question.
let me give
Please
you
take
one-
the
Wait,
lead.
Casey has a question.
Here's my question: is she actually going to watch it now that it's like a week old?
Yes,
It's not in the
Casey.
conversation.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, it's a
Casey.
quick- it really is a quick watch.
He thinks I'm watching just for the water cooler, so
No,
I can
it's
go
a
to my
quick-
water
it's a quick
cooler and
watch.
talk to, my coworkers.
It's so quick. It
It's
really
so
course
is.
I'm
yeah,
gonna
quick
watch it, Casey.
My opinion was, it was so ridiculous. There were times I went, "This is so shitty," but I did chuckle at some things, and I was very impressed with all the people that
So many people.
So
talk
Like
about
cameos?
the Poseidon
Like
adventure.
cameos?
Oh,
yeah,
so
well,
many.
so many. So I was like, "Oh,
Drop some names.
Endless, like an old time. Oh my gosh, like
Peter
God
Dinklage."
almighty.
Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage.
Okay.
I was shocked at that one. Allie
Bill
Wentworth.
Burr is in it. Jim Gaffigan is in it.
Well, he's part.
Right,
he's got a
Melissa
major
McCarthy. Did you
role.
know? I didn't know until the closing credits that Jack Kennedy was played by Bill Burr. I had no idea that it was him.
Jack Kennedy.
Right? Yes.
Oh, because it
Yes,
takes
the
place
president.
in the 60s.
Yeah,
Who is Seinfeld playing?
he plays some guy named. His last name is Cabana. I don't know if it's a real person, but
right.
he works at Kellogg's.
Right. He's like the second what's his name?
Jim Gaffigan. Yeah.
Is supposedly, let's call him the president of Kellogg's.
Right. He's Mr. Kellogg.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So Jerry works right underneath him.
Like in every scene, there's a new like Fred Armisen is
Right,
in it. It's
came
like
in, but
it's
it's like
an
a-
endless.
and
It's
it's
an
a-
endless
right.
stream of like
And
people
it's a
that
quickie.
Jerry
It's a
knows.
quickie.
Was
I mean,
it like
they
an
never-
hour? Was with the movie an hour
90
and a half?
minutes.
Yeah,
Yep.
Perfect.
It was,
That is
yeah,
perfect.
perfect. It goes so quickly.
Who does Amy Schumer play? Is it?
Well,
do they
she
each have
plays
really
Marjorie
smart?
Post.
Marjorie Post.
The head of Post Cereal. And
Do they
so-
each have like small little roles, or
No, they have-
it's Melissa,
Yeah,
no.
Amy, Jerry.
Yeah.
Melissa, Amy, Jerry, and Jim are the top four.
By the way, I love Melissa.
I do too.
I love her.
I love her in everything,
So
even
do I.
when she's in something shitty.
Right.
I love her
too.
Love her.
She's great.
Yeah, I'm a
She is
fan.
such a great. I love her. But I was very conflicted.
Whether
It's
you liked it or
very
not.
uneven
Right.
because it's like at certain points it's like it feels like satire, and then it feels historical, and then it's
Wow.
just slapsticky, and
Yeah.
then
And then
just
ridiculous.
doesn't, yeah, it doesn't pick a lane. And I'll tell you that after seeing it, I was just like, I don't know. And there were many times I laughed out loud.
At me too.
Throughout.
Right.
That
As did I.
funeral.
Yes.
In the funeral in particular, I laughed almost through the entire thing because it was utterly ridiculous.
The whole thing is ridiculous.
The whole thing is ridiculous. The whole thing truly is
The whole
ridiculous.
dumpster diving.
I can't. It was
Is she
utterly-
spoiling?
Oh my god! Not really. No.
There's nothing to spoil in this fucking movie. It's all online.
Oh, yeah.
But
Wait, who
someone
wrote it?
asked
Was it
Seinfeld,
Seinfeld?
and a couple of his friends, and someone
yeah, he had a lot
asked
of
Jerry,
friends.
"What do you want people to take from this?" And he said, "Nothing. I just
Oh,
want.
oh, thank God.
I want people to just enjoy themselves and watch this one time, and then have a couple of laughs and go about their day."
Him and
Right.
Larry David are so
And that is
similar
what you
in that
get.
matter.
And
Yeah,
that's what you
that,
get.
yeah.
There is,
yeah,
they
totally.
literally just wanted to entertain people for 90
Yeah.
minutes
And have all
I-
their friends on.
I was entertained.
I
but
was entertained.
Then you go to Drudge yesterday, and one of the headlines is like Seinfeld Pop-Tart movie, worst reviewed movie of the year.
Well, I get-
and
who
there are
cares?
people that are like, this is the worst movie of the decade. This was a bad idea. It's
Really?
like,
I mean, it's not great.
no, it's not going to be
And
nominated
it's
for
no,
anything.
but it's.
But I enjoyed it.
I
I
enjoyed
wouldn't
it.
say I didn't enjoy it.
All
but,
right.
but it was shticky,
Incredibly.
I'm so glad when you and I agree on something. I'm so
but
happy.
really, it
When
really
do you not
is.
agree on with
Well, no,
Dom?
I always
feel like
agree
you
with-
always agree with
I
Dom.
always-
Dom's
we
like
do.
a little bit
Always.
of like a
Yeah.
god for you,
Yeah.
don't you?
Yeah.
I'm a god for Felicia.
Felicia is one of your biggest fans.
I
am.
her. She
I am.
She's
knows.
a
I am.
huge fan of yours.
I've been to all your shows except
That's
maybe
true.
last
Except the
year.
last
This
one.
last one. There was a
Yeah.
babysitting issue, I believe.
There was something happened the
Something.
last
Yeah,
one.
there's always something.
But so in another movie, I do bet that both of you have not seen that I watched yesterday because I
Is
wasn't
this
allowed.
the Auschwitz one?
Nope, that's not a movie. That's a
Okay.
series. Stand by,
Yeah.
and that's coming up in our next segment.
Okay.
I watched The Idea of You on Prime with Anne Hathaway.
Oh, right, right, and
and
Is it worth it?
She's really pretty in this movie.
Okay.
She's really pretty. Now,
I know the concept of
the concept
movie.
is she's a single mom who got cheated on, and
plays-
she's got to take her daughter and daughter's friends to Coachella. And, she runs into the bathroom by accident. It's a trailer, and she meets like a Harry Styles type, like a boy band guy.
who's in his 20s.
24.
Okay.
So, and they fall in love. It was a little ridiculous, but there were parts that I enjoyed. This is a great movie to download and watch on a plane.
Is it a quickie?
It's actually not as fat. I had a lot of pauses throughout the day. I think it was 118 minutes.
Okay.
It wasn't as
All right.
quick as Unfrosted. But I think this is worth. I was entertained.
Okay.
because she's beautiful.
Yeah.
I like looking at the clothing. She was working out of an art gallery in Silver Lake. We used to live right by Silver Lake,
Right.
so it was like very LA. A little bit was ridiculous.
Who played the guy?
The dude was in that other movie, Royal Red, White, and Blue. That movie.
Wait. Did he play the prince or the other guy from the
I
United
think he was
States?
the prince. No, he's the prince.
Oh.
Which did you watch that movie?
I have not.
That was very gay.
I mean, incredibly, right?
Yeah.
It's about a
I
gay
watched
couple.
it. I watched it.
Yeah. I
So-
watched it also.
I watched it. It was. I don't know. The idea of you, I'm behind.
I would
watch
where is
it.
it?
Prime.
Okay, I'll
And
watch it.
she's
I'll watch
so.
it.
What don't you? Did you fix Anne Hathaway on your
We
podcast?
did. We have a Patreon episode about Anne Hathaway.
Why do people hate her?
It's because when she's playing Anne Hathaway, she can't do that role well. She's a fantastic actress. Like, it's hard to find a bad performance of hers. You could throw anything at her. She was great in Brokeback Mountain for 5 minutes.
Wasn't she
was
in
great.
Les Mis?
Yeah.
She was fantastic in
with
it.
the shaved
she was
head.
fantastic, but it's just when she gets up to win the Oscar and she's like, "It came true." You're just like, "Girl, don't do that. Don't do it." And then she was Catwoman convincingly. I thought she was great as Catwoman.
Forgot about that.
Yeah, I forgot
She
about
was
that
the
too.
Nolan Catwoman, and but then, a couple of months ago, she goes to Italy, and the paparazzi are chasing her,
Yeah.
and she gets out of the car and looks at all the fans and goes, "Calma, calma, I'll get to
does.
you all." And it's like, Anne, that's the problem. Get
Yeah.
out of the car playing
leave,
someone
and
other
leave,
than Anne
and
Hathaway.
leave.
Be Catwoman in real life. That's
right.
the thing.
She's just not good at being herself.
No, and she's
I feel like
dorky
she
and
might-
sweet. I bet there's not a sinister bone in this woman's body.
I don't know
you're
how.
right,
I
right.
did meet her once when I worked on the Rachel Zoe project. We were at the Crosby Hotel, and I'll never forget it. I was basically like her talent escort. Like I was waiting in the lobby.
She
her,
tall?
Her and her husband came in.
Yeah, she looks tall.
She wasn't. No, I wasn't like, oh my gosh, she's tall. I don't remember saying that. She was fine. She wasn't like overly nice. She wasn't bitchy, but she was fine. And she just announced recently, as she's promoting this movie, that she's 5 years sober.
Right.
Really?
Yeah, she doesn't. She put down the drinky. She said she didn't like being hungover, and with the kids, she just realized like
Not a
she
good
can't
thing.
do it.
Right.
I just would never picture her as someone who
Me neither.
No.
would even need to
Right,
make herself
right.
sober.
She announced she used the word sober. So I feel like when people say sober, that means you had a problem versus like I just haven't had a drink in 5 years.
Right.
Am I right
It
on that?
does, yeah.
But like that's maybe she looks fucking great these days. Like when she's on the red carpet, like her skin looks good, her
She
body
is
looks
beautiful.
good.
She's always been
She looks really. Her hair's great. So fine, we can move on to uncut, like the fucking uncut gems of the week. Now I'm just gonna say this: I had a real Holocaust moment. So it's just been a big Holocaust.
As I agree with
Fucking
you.
year.
Yes.
We've got the new look. I don't know if you did the new look. We
I
had
did not.
we were the lucky ones.
Yeah.
That ended.
Yeah.
Did you finish it?
Yes.
Woo! Did you cry?
Yes. Yes.
Do you want to hear a funny story?
Yes.
So I downloaded it. I had plans in the city, and I watched it all on the train. And I had like 10 minutes left. I was like, I can't meet somebody for drinks without finishing this show. I fucking waited on the street by Wall Street. I just got off Fulton, and I just fucking stood there and I watched.
And you watched the ending.
Fuck yeah!
Oh yeah.
Of what?
We were the lucky
We
ones.
were the lucky
Okay.
ones.
You could
understand.
They were the lucky
And it's
ones.
a true
Right.
story.
It was great.
It was.
It just seems like something that required a little more respect than watching it on the
Absolute-
corner in downtown.
But here's the thing. You're probably right.
Yes.
So I'm probably right.
This is what the ancestors intended is for me to be watching this history on Wall
I'm sorry
Street.
for bragging about that, but when
It
I
almost seems anti-Semitic that you chose Wall Street to watch this.
True. And then I went from that to
the Tattooist of Auschwitz.
Jesus
Did you fucking
Christ.
finish that? If you
No,
tell me you finished the Tattooist of Auschwitz, I'm gonna mic
I'm
drop.
up to episode 3.
So am I. So there's 6 episodes. They dropped all
Another
of them.
hard watch.
They're on Peacock. I will say this: this might be the most brutal Holocaust show yet.
Oh, there's a lot
Come
more. No,
on.
there are more that are really. But the
the
fact
ones that
you're-
we've recently seen.
right.
This
It's
one is purely
the fact that you're
concentration
coming-
camp.
Yes. And
This
the
is
fa-
pure. And
yeah.
Harvey Keitel.
He's the tattooist?
No.
Yes,
yeah, well,
he's telling the story. It's
as
like a
an old
flashback.
man.
Okay.
and,
Right.
and he's telling the story to the author who's going to write the book, Melanie Linsky.
Fabulous.
Really?
Yes,
I
they
did
love
not
her.
know
They
she
love
was going to
her.
be in this.
And they
Love
live in
her.
Australia. He lives in
Yes,
Australia.
in Melbourne.
It takes him, yeah.
So
wow.
so at first I was like, oh, I don't like this story format. Like, oh, he's going to tell her the story, but I get it. Like, it's a true story. He's telling a writer the story.
It is a true story.
And then there's a book, but I did not expect Melanie Linsky in this show.
Oh, wow.
And Harvey Keitel.
I didn't even.
Oi!
I did not recognize. When the first came on, I went, he looks familiar, but I have no
He
idea.
looks so fucking old.
And does he have a German accent?
No,
He's got a little,
he's
not a little bit of an accent.
Hard to tell. He's not
Okay.
a German.
He's not.
no.
Oh, okay.
He's Polish.
Yes.
Oh,
But
I
hard
see.
to
Oh, by the way, the
'Cause Auschwitz
tattooist.
is not in Germany.
No. The
It's in
tattoo.
Poland.
I think the tattooists were Jews, right?
Right.
The tattoo. They made the Jews do the tattoos.
Yeah, which is the cruel part.
They made them do the tattoos, and he's tattooing, and he's like, "I'm
I don't
sorry,
think I knew
I'm
that,
sorry."
actually. I
I
didn't
don't
know
think
that.
I realized that either.
Right.
This is a brutal one. I know a
this
lot of
is
people
brutal.
can't watch it.
And yeah.
Bent was pretty bad. Did you see Bent?
No.
That was Clive Owen, Mick Jagger.
Mick Jagger
Wait.
Oh yeah.
was in a show about the
This was a
Holocaust.
Holocaust?
It's about gay guys being sent off to the camps in from Berlin.
And
Where-
by the way,
What?
in the tattooist,
Yeah.
they mention that.
But they just mentioned gay people.
Well, because one of the characters,
Right.
Well, I don't know what
Well,
you're
one of
up
the-
to. What are you up to?
oh, well, he met his friend who's gay.
Right.
Okay.
And-
Wait, hold on. Bent. Where can one see
that-
this? Is it a movie?
I don't know. Oh yes, yeah. Clive Owen's the lead role, and
Wow.
it's just like it's about the underground gay scene in the 1930s,
Right,
and
in
then
Berlin.
all of them getting rounded up
Right.
and like thrown in camps, and then Clive
Holy
Owen essentially
shit.
falling in love with someone in a concentration camp who's there for the same.
Is this based on a true story?
I do not know.
All right, I'm going to look into
Probably
this.
is.
I'm sure it is.
know,
I'm
Yeah,
sure
you
it
can't be
is.
telling like a fake Holocaust story.
Yeah,
No,
right,
It's
right,
it's great though. I've seen it more than once
Whoa.
actually. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to look into this. So, look, if you have the stomach for it, and I know a lot of people don't right now, fine.
And
Take
a lot
it
of
with,
people don't have Peacock.
Well, that's their fault. Or their grandchildren's fault, or their children's fault, because you have Peacock for one reason, me.
But, right. And last night I made my announcement because I went to a
You made an announcement
cocktail party
in
at
Plainview. What was the cocktail party for?
just, welcoming back all the
Stand by, Jews from Florida.
Let my people
Stop
go.
it. Stop it. Oh my God. This is a Holocaust show. There's so much Jewishness happening here. Also a true story.
So all the Jews are back from Florida, so they had a fucking welcome back party?
I don't know if
This
it's a
is
I don't know if it's a
fucking
coincidence, but I have a feeling it's a
hilarious.
welcome back. It was like let's start let's start it out.
Welcome back.
Right.
The Jews are back.
And I said, whatever. I was with a bunch of women.
Did you have to
whatever.
dress up? Was it cocktail attire?
No, I would never.
I know you would never.
And neither did anybody else.
Okay, but it
I
was a
was fine.
cocktail party.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
are you hungover?
No, I had one drink last. No,
Is
I
that
can't.
hair of the dog you're drinking right
No.
Is that
So
it?
tell me your announcement. You go there,
No,
you
no,
announce,
and we
I
start-
have
no, no, no.
Peacock.
Here's the thing. No, here's the thing. We're starting to talk about shows and blah blah blah. A lot of these women, they're waiting for their children or grandchildren to come and set them up on all the streaming
Oh, my
services.
God.
And I went, and everyone said, "Yeah, I know. Marni sets you up with everything." And they go,
All right,
Do they
okay.
listen to your podcast?
I won't announce it to them
Why?
because I don't want to be judged
She doesn't want to be
my
the talk
God.
of Plainview.
of
Do
this-
it.
Okay. I mean, I think these ladies will be jealous of our relationship.
Yeah, that. But I don't know a lot of it's not like they're my friends for 40 some odd years where they
Right.
know me. These are new people.
Right.
I just can't. I can't.
Some listen.
I mean, my girlfriend. The ones
So you
I-
said,
The ones you've known for a while.
did you say you're watching the tattoos of Auschwitz?
Yes, and
Oh, boy.
most of them have read the book. Most
Right,
of them are
right.
readers. I am not. I am shallow.
You're a watcher. Yeah.
I'm a watcher. But we did discuss it, and then of course, what did we bring up? What's my favorite show?
If you say Naked Attraction,
Oh my God.
are you serious right now?
She just wants to see dicks.
Did you see Naked Attraction? Have you seen
I
Naked
have
Attraction?
never
Dom?
watched an episode of it. Chris has told me about it and had discussions about it with our guests, but I have not
Yeah,
seen
we discussed
it
it on your pod too. You brought up
Oh,
Naked
you
Attraction
did.
at the
You
cocktail
did.
party.
Again.
Why?
Why? Because
Tell me. Tell
Penny,
me.
who's going to Greece with me, when she came upstairs, because a lot of these people don't have Macs.
Okay.
Because we don't have anything.
It's like you're
And
running a brothel and you just open
however,
the door and you're like, "Hello, ladies."
Are you screen grabbing all these dicks and
No, I
showing them
don't
to
even
all
know
the
what's-
ladies?
I can't even do that. But they have to come to my
It's just
apartment.
a photo.
Or we have to just, that's not the same effect. Trust me. Most of my friends that I've shown it, they go, 5 minutes. Penny came up to my apartment. She watched 2 episodes. She loved it.
Full episodes you're watching.
Yes. It is.
Wow.
I still haven't
mentioned
seen
it
one
last-
episode of
Oh
it.
my God. Now, understand, and I
my
think I've
God.
said this 3,000 times, most of us have never seen Uncircumcised
Interesting.
at all.
Oh, that's right. When you were on my podcast, you said you'd never even seen your own private area.
Right. And
Marni was didn't even
and
understand
neither
how that was
did any of
possible.
these.
So you're seeing all the bush or the non-bush, all the
you have to
penises.
remember,
Oh my
most of
God.
the people I'm talking to are in their late 60s and
Sure,
70s. It's
sure.
just a very different culture
Sure.
then. But it's very funny.
You have
It's
no
very
problem
funny.
talking about naked attraction, but you can't talk about your podcast.
It's
It's very because I'm only talking about. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
I
matter.
can't believe you've never seen. I mean, I have a handheld mirror specifically to look at my butthole every day, Felicia. I'm not even joking.
It's one of the most unattractive.
Oh, no,
parts of a person, whether they're female or male.
I see. I disagree.
Well,
you got to
I
find
had
the
a-
beauty in all that mess down
I
there,
can't.
Felicia.
I can't.
You
I
gotta-
can't. I can't.
I'm getting you a mirror at the holidays this year for
thank
the
you.
specific
thank you.
purpose
No,
of
thank
looking
you.
at it.
But you really should watch, even if it's 5 minutes of the show.
Yeah, done.
I will.
You have
I
to.
will.
5 minutes.
You have to.
5 minutes, homework.
I mean, you might watch it longer. You might find it interesting.
I might pause it.
You might.
and take my mirror out.
You might.
Who the hell knows what will
But
happen?
most of my friends that have seen it with me
Mm-hmm.
have fallen off the couch laughing and going,
It's always a fall.
5 minutes.
You
Anyway,
guys, I saw another movie this week. I had a great week of movies. I
What?
went to the
Oh.
theater. I will say there's nothing better than going to a fucking movie theater.
Yeah, it's
Do
always
you
a
know
treat.
The Alamo Draft House.
Of course,
I went to the Alamo, New York City, downtown, and what they had on the menu was, I saw this, bottomless popcorn for $10.
Wow.
So I thought to myself, I'm gonna give this a go.
How many days ago was that?
This was Thursday night.
Have you shit since then?
Yesterday, my day was ruined.
Oh.
Because not only did I finish the bowl of popcorn, I was like, I want to see if I could get another one.
I want my $10 worth, of course.
So I said to the waiter, I'll have another bowl. And they go,
Wait.
write it down, write it down.
butter or
And
plain?
I did butter.
Oh.
I
You
really
got to.
I
You got
had to. And the popcorn was fucking delicious. Alamo Draft House, great drinks, great food.
All right,
now,
now-
what movie did I see? I saw The Challengers
With?
with
Oh,
Zendaya.
So
I love her.
I heard
Dude,
it was great. I heard the movie was great.
I will say this. You know how that New York City is a character in Sex and the City?
Mm-hmm.
The music in this film is a character.
Interesting.
Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, who are from Nine Inch Nails, who
Yeah.
did the music for The Social Network and who are fucking like Oscar.
Right.
This music, like the music gets extremely loud and it's trance music. It's trance music and it just like builds
What
the
does that
tension.
mean, Trent?
It's like electronic.
Oh.
And it's very erotic, the film.
Very
is it not?
so much
Is it?
legs, so
Yeah.
many legs. She like is in a love triangle with these dudes.
Oh.
So I recommend this movie. There were times where I was like,
Theater only, though, is what I've heard that this is something people are saying you should watch in a theater.
because of the music, I think, and the shots are really crazy. Like there's one part towards the end. I'm not giving anything away where like the camera angle is like the ball on a tennis court. So it's like psh, psh, psh. It gets wild. It's wild. And she's so beautiful. But I will say this. I actually wrote this down. She's got this like ugly cry face that she did a lot in Euphoria. And I was like, oh, that's her like I'm high face. And she did this a lot in this movie. And I was like, okay, that's just like her thing. She's got this like ugly
But I love
cry
her.
face. I love her too. If
great.
you love her, go
Yeah.
see this movie. And then you got the guy that played Prince William from The Crown is in it.
Right.
Yeah, and the other guys, Mike Feist, was in West Side Story.
Yes. He should have been nominated for West Side Story, too. He was great.
Felicia looks confused.
Wait, what part did he play?
In West Side?
He
Yeah.
played,
I don't remember.
oh God, what the fuck? He played the head of the,
The Sharks or the...
of the Caucasian gang.
okay,
And
that
his
was
name is
the
Biff
Jets,
or
the
Riff.
Jets or the
Beth.
Sharks?
I think it's Beth.
It's Biff, right? Biff or Riff. And then that guy also was in, there's a Brokeback Mountain musical, which debuted in London, and he was one of the roles in that. Yeah.
This movie's like,
Or maybe it was a play and not a musical. But they did Brokeback Mountain in London last year, and he was, I think, in the Heath Ledger role.
Was that the West End?
That is the West End, yes. The West
Which
End.
Marni and I...
so Dirty Dancing.
What did we say?
Dirty Dancing.
Right, the West End. We had to just watch anything that was on the West
I'm
End.
trying to go every Christmas time now. I want to go to London and just
I
see
love
show. I
that.
went last year and I saw a bunch of stuff, including Nicole Scherzinger and Sunset Boulevard, which is coming to Broadway, and she
gonna do
was.
it?
Was she going to be in it?
She's in it. She is it. We have to call it Pussycat Boulevard from now on. She's that
Wow.
good. She is
Her
reshaped.
voice is pretty.
It was
powerful.
good. I mean, she sounds like the lady from Pussycat Dolls, but she's also
She is.
yeah, and she's singing like that, but she's like age appropriate for the role, whereas Glenn Close is not any longer.
Interesting.
Because you're supposed to be 40 or 50 years old, which is when Hollywood would say women are like start to get quote unquote washed up, and that's what happens. And I think Nicole Scherzinger is like 45, and it's just
probably. She's been around
yeah,
for a while.
yeah, and it was great. She
Sign her
won.
about-
She
yeah.
won the Olivier Award for Best Actress in a
Do you
Musical.
remember when
Yeah.
Nicole? I'm just going to bring this back. College days. She was in like a reality show about like.
Yes,
I
Yeah.
was obsessed with that show.
Yeah.
To the point where like me and my friends went to like the local mall and like saw them.
Oh my god.
And we were like obsessed with that show. So the Challengers, it's not perfect, but like it's hot, it's sexy.
But
there's
a
sweat.
recommendation.
Yeah, I would see it again. I would definitely see it again. The fucking
Maybe I will
music.
go to a theater. I
It's a
rarely
fun
go
one.
anymore.
Me
The
too.
movies, you know what's so great about the theater besides eating bottomless popcorn and having massive diarrhea the next day and not feeling bad about
The
it?
bed bugs.
Oh,
No, just like the uninterruption, no dog barking, no one yelling your name. Like
shut the phone off.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, don't shut off, turn it over. It was really enjoyable. So wow, we covered so much. So now this is our segment.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Marni.
Not yet, Mom. She does this every fucking week. Don't you know by now what we do for the Bye Felicia is what are we watching this coming week?
What are we watching?
Oh my
Oh,
God.
God.
Real House. Don't stress, Fel. Don't stress.
She stresses. She's giving me homework.
Listen to me. Real Housewives of New Jersey premieres Sunday night.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
It's back. I'm very excited.
They just don't stop.
Mom, but there's been a pause this week.
Yeah.
A little bit.
They've been holding it for a minute.
Yeah. I'm
And
kind of over it.
over what?
you?
Over,
Over Jersey?
what?
Just no, all of it.
Bravo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which I've said it to you.
I know, but
I can't watch these women fighting at this point of their lives.
well, they're
They're
doing
not-
it now
they're
for
not 30. They're
entertainment,
like-
Mom.
I
they know what they're
Marni,
doing. Felicia.
I know they're doing it for entertainment and money, but I cannot deal with these women fighting.
That's fine. So go watch The Tattooist of Auschwitz.
Or my Korean shows, which make me happy.
Korean shows. I got to get into those. I liked Squid Game, and then
yeah.
that's it. I think that's the
Well,
only
you're
one.
not
I've
giving
seen.
it a chance. It's
Mom,
anyway,
will
keep
you
going.
watch? You know what also started yesterday? Selling the OC, which I will watch. Oh, because it's pretty. You
I
did
know.
Selling Sunset.
I have.
Also this week. So I'm going to do Selling the OC, Housewives. Dark Matters premieres.
Oh, I want to see that.
May 8th it was a book with Jennifer
Is that Apple
Connelly.
TV? Apple TV. Right.
There's
Okay.
so much to watch. Is there anything else big that you're going to watch this week? Oh, Casey Casey, after we do Unfrosted, there's a show that's on Hulu right now called The Contestant.
Oh, is it about? Wait. All right.
What is it
tell me.
about?
Is it about somebody Asian?
No.
Casey, it is.
It's the original Truman Show.
They
I
shoved a
heard
man
about
in
this.
a room.
And he doesn't know he's being filmed, but he knows he's part of a competition. And it becomes
Oh.
an obsession in Japan.
Interesting.
You might want to watch this,
so
Fel.
messed up.
And
This
he's
guy goes
naked.
crazy. He's naked. He goes
naked?
crazy in this room, and people just kept tuning in. And it's
So, I
And
think
it's a
that
true
we should watch
story?
it.
yeah, it's from
And that's
it's
on
from a couple
Hulu?
decades ago.
It's,
Oh my
it just
God.
started. It's on Hulu. I think this is going to be a big thing.
Here's the thing. Do you want?
Here's
Here's my
the thing.
opinion about streaming. They will show
Anything.
Oh yeah.
Even everything is so weird.
Mm-hmm.
The weirder, the better. And I find that disturbing
Well,
We'll end on that.
for me. Maybe it's people my age.
no.
But I will say this: it makes it seem like they say yes to everything, but the streamers are really not greenlighting anything right now.
Right,
And as a
which is so
producer-
funny
I
because
know,
you
but
like
Can you give
watch
us
the
any insight
streamers?
into that? What the fuck is going on?
No, I can't
Like,
because
a
you
lot of
watch
people
the
are out of
streamers
work.
and you're like anything can get made at
Yes,
any time. We were
that's
just
how I feel.
We
Right.
opened our podcast last week by me saying to Chris, I was like, Michael Douglas as Ben Franklin.
Right.
Why can't I sell a show and someone asked for this and it got made?
However,
who's
they
watching
say it's
it?
very good.
I don't
But
care. I'll never know.
I'm not going to watch it.
I'll never know.
I'm not going to watch it either.
That's really
Don't
funny.
forget too. This coming week, the Met Gala is on Monday.
Yes.
so
True.
don't forget.
What
That
is
will
their
be-
theme? Do we know what their
Yeah,
theme
I
is?
don't know what the theme is, but
I told you the theme, and it's
You
just
did, but
going to
I-
be. It's going to be something like garden and it's just an excuse for them to just wear whatever they fucking want.
Right.
Right.
It's just a celebrity prom. But
Right.
Madonna will be there. She's leaving her concert in Rio. I don't know what date is your podcast drop.
Will she be late?
If Casey edits this, it will drop tomorrow.
Well, if this is Sunday and you're listening to this podcast, she's on her way to New York to go on Monday. And I don't believe this is true, but
And isn't JLo on the?
I'm sure
I
she's
think
on the short list because
board.
she's been
no,
shooting.
Like she's like.
Oh, she
hosting
might
it.
be. She might be. I mean, she's shooting Kiss of the Spider Woman in Hoboken, of all places. So she's in the
Really?
area.
That's funny.
But I heard a rumor that Diddy might be using the Met Gala as like
a comeback?
a little bit,
No.
yeah, or as like an "I'm still here, don't count me out" type of moment.
Makes sense.
I don't know if Anna Wintour is going to allow that.
I
but
just
we'll
Right.
can't
see.
see that because
Too
I feel
much
like it would
controversy.
take away
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah. Okay.
It would take the theme is Sleeping Beauty's reawakening fashion, reflecting the Institute's new exhibition, which is the Garden of Time.
What does that mean?
you were
So I
close.
said the garden. They're going to
That
wear a
means
lot
like
of green.
Jared Leto is going to wear like a duvet with a hole.
Yeah, you
in
could
it.
count on a bouquet of floral-inspired looks.
Hats. A lot of hats.
I'm already disappointed.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
So, Dom, where can people find you?
Well, you can find me at my website, which is domandterry.com. You can find mine and Krista Rosa's podcast, Fixing Famous People, anywhere there are podcasts. And I will be performing a Pride show at the Cutting Room in New York City.
Oh.
That's
The
what we
name-
discussed, Mom.
It's going to be on Saturday, June 29th, which is the Saturday of Pride weekend. I am honored to have been offered that slot. And the name of the show is We Get It, You're Gay. That's my Pride show.
Well, when are tickets like available?
They are available now, actually.
Because
If you
it's
go
another
to the,
month.
If
It's
you go
like
to the
May
Cutting Room
already.
website,
But you haven't promoted it yet, have
I
you?
haven't. This is the first place. Actually, the link became active an hour before I came here, so
We
I'm
are
actually
honored.
announcing it on
We
this
are
podcast.
honored.
Chris is going to be furious. I doubt it, but
Well,
yes,
guys,
go to domitary.com or the Cutting
It was
Room.
great having you.
Where can everyone find the two of you? I'm supposed to ask. Marni?
I mean, at Marni Jagger, please follow. Look, we've got great retention for this podcast. We need people to share. We need get Felicia's name out there because she's fucking gold. We
and
all
Felicia,
know her.
where can people find you?
Nowhere.
She's just like Plainview.
Right here.
They contact Marni, and then Marni lets me know.
Thank you guys. Thanks for listening, Dom. Thank you so much for coming.
I love you guys. Thank
to
you for
Long
inviting me.
Island.
Love it here.
We hope you had fun.
I had a great time.
This was enjoyable, right, Fel?
Yes, it was. I love Dom.
I love Fel.
I love you both.
My Felicia, bye, Felicia.